Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do our Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So, this video will discuss how Nifty and Bank Nifty can perform for the coming week, and also what is the kind of price action that we look at on a higher time frame, and also the discussion about the FIS positions and what could be the plan for tomorrow. So let's begin the analysis quickly. So the first thing is this is the Nifty weekly chart, and if you look at the weekly chart, once again we see a bearish candle, that is this one. Okay, so after 3 consecutive red candles, we saw a green candle here. A lot of people thought that Nifty may halt here and continue its upward journey, but since a long time I've been always telling you all that without FIS cash buying, we cannot expect Nifty to go to the all-time high, or maybe it cannot create a new high, or the people are expecting Nifty to reach 20,000, 25,000. So whatever it is, that definitely Nifty is going to go some or the other day, but this is not the time. Okay, so right now what's happening here is let me just switch this on. So we must understand what is the kind of setup at the moment. So this is our first swing on a weekly time frame. Okay, so this is our high and this is a lower high, and then we made a lower low, because this was our low and this is a lower low, and again we have a lower high. So ideally it should form a lower low. Okay, so this should be the continuation pattern, and on a weekly time frame this looks more like an expanded channel. Okay, so these kind of channel is known as expanded channel, and market takes a hell lot of time to actually come out of this channel, because this channel keeps on expanding as and when the market keeps on moving. So getting out of this channel becomes very difficult, because each and every time when it makes low, the low is farther than the low which is formed before. So bulls find it very difficult to take the market to the resistance, and breaking it becomes quite difficult, because imagine you have to spend so much money taking this market to this place. So that is the reason why we are not expecting a sudden reversal at the moment. But in case if market has to reverse, this is again a good point where we are standing at the moment. So if we if we do not test this low and we just reverse from here, slow and steady, it can form another new channel and break this, and we can have a new uptrend channel and market can continue. But whether this will happen or not is something which we do not know at the moment. So this is how the weekly channel looks for Nifty, and let's quickly check out Bank Nifty too. So in Nifty, what is the level that is important right now is this particular swing. Okay, so this comes somewhere close to 16,170 to 16,200. This is the support at the moment, and once it closes below this, and if Nifty stays below 16,200 for a couple of days, then the buyers here will start panicking, and we can again expect a panic sell, then which can drag Nifty to God knows where. So firstly it will attempt 15,600, then eventually we may see 15,000 also if we break this particular low. So now let's quickly check out Bank Nifty also on a weekly time frame. Yeah, so this is Bank Nifty. So for Bank Nifty, the important level happens to be at this place, which is somewhere close to 33,900 to 34,000. Okay, so this is 33,900 to 34,000. So this is like our weekly support. So if we break this, then the buyers here, they'll start panicking and they'll have their stop loss here. So as in when market starts moving down, and if it closes below 34,000 and stays below 34,000 for a couple of days, then this candle will automatically become weak because the buyers will not have the confidence that the market can go up. Okay. So this is our Nifty and Bank Nifty weekly setup at the moment. Both the indices looks bearish, and in case if they have to go for an uptrend, then this is the right place, right point to reverse and start its upward journey. Let's quickly check out the daily chart, how Nifty is performing, because this is a channel which we created long back and we saw Nifty breaking this range. Right now Nifty is here. So this is a doji candle. On a daily chart, we know how to trade a doji candle. If it opens flat and breaks the high, we'll buy call. Okay, and if it's open flat and break the low, we'll buy put. Okay, so that should be the strategy. Sometimes what happens is, not sometimes, most of the times, when there's a doji candle, we know how to trade it, but what market does is it will open at the top. Okay, so a lot of people think that, okay, this is a gap up and it's a breakout of the high, and then eventually it will close at the low. And similarly, if there's a doji candle, they'll open at the bottom somewhere here. People will think that, okay, the low is breached, they'll take entry, and at the end it will close at the high. So these are the kind of traps that a lot of people do, but we don't have to get into this trap. How we'll trade the gap up and gap down is something which we'll definitely discuss in the shorter time frame. And also let's check out Bank Nifty. So Nifty broke the half way of this channel and almost came to this place. So it has still room around 16,000 at this point. And let's look at Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty is approaching the middle line, which is close to 34,000. So look at these. So all these levels are intersecting each other, so like a confluence. So 34,000, 33,900 happens to be an important level, and for Nifty 16,200 is an important level, and below, if it starts staying below 16,200, then it becomes a little dangerous. So now let's move back to our intraday time frame and discuss how we should be trading tomorrow. So before that, we'll check out the participant wise open interest. So what happened on Friday is FIIs closed long positions in future, and they have created a hell lot of shorts in the index future, which is about 27,753. So this indicates extreme bearishness. Okay, and in the cash market, they sold for 5,517 crores, and DII have bought for about 3,014 crores. So the remaining 2,000 crores has been purchased by retailers. I think people are averaging their positions. And if you look at the options, there is nothing left in the call. So no positions strongly taken on the call side, but they have bought put options. That means they're expecting a gap down. So in case if market opens flat also, the first half we may see a strong dip, so that they can book these positions. Or in case if we see a gap up, then we need to see how they book these positions, or there is a higher chances that they may take the market down later. So we'll see how they do it. And if we look at pros, they have good amount of call shots, which indicates that a strong resistance is there on the upside. And pros will not get frightened because they know FIs have strong shorts in the future, and they also know that they have long positions in put options, hence they are also on the safer side having call shots. Okay, so if you look at the net position at the moment of the FIIs, so this is widening day by day, but what we have observed is whenever their position touches around 1,20,000 and above, so there is a dip. Okay, so this is long here. So when it reached 134, we saw a dip coming in. So dip means they are booking their profits and the market is moving in the opposite direction. And similarly, when you see here, when it reached about 1,19,000, we saw a dip. That means they booked their short futures, and right now we are at 1,28,000. So we may again see some strong profit booking. So maybe they are waiting for some important support like 34,000 in Bank Nifty and 16,200 and 16,000 in Nifty. This is what we should keep in our mind. And overall short positions, if you see, as of 6th May, they're just holding about 36,450 long position in index future, and they're holding 1,28,678 shorts in index future. So the net difference is about 92,000. So 92,000 shorts are there in the system. So now let's move back to our intraday time frame and discuss what should be our plan for tomorrow. So these are the support resistances that we have for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So first let's discuss Bank Nifty. So this is a tight range which Bank Nifty traded on Friday, a complete sideways market. So if we open flat, okay, so when I say flat, above 34,500 to 34,700. So if we open somewhere here, and if we break on the higher side, so if you see a 15 minutes candle closing above 34,730, then we'll buy a call option. Our immediate target would be 35,000 first, 35,000, and also we may expect that it can try and fill the gap, which is around 35,100, say 35,150. Okay, another 100-150 points up move from 35,000. This is what we can expect if it breaks the high. And in case if it opens flat and if it breaks the low, which is 34,380, okay, let's keep a buffer. 34,380, we can go for a put, and the first target happens to be 34,000, and then we have about 33,800. So see, when the market is extremely bearish or extremely bullish, all that you have to do is during these time, it is what I do is I keep reducing the quantities. Why do we do that? It is because when things are extremely bearish, I know that things are extremely bearish, and that cannot continue. Someone has to change that mindset, someone has to trap the people, so these things can happen. So what we'll do is we'll reduce the quantities and will not hold our positions beyond this. We'll just book and see what's happening. So what are the kind of positions that they are building on a Monday, on a Tuesday, something which we'll have to look at. Okay, so this is the discussion based on flat opening. Now let's discuss what about gap up. So in case it opens gap up, say around 36,700, then immediately I think it will start coming down. So you can take a chance here. If it opens at 36,700, you can buy a put here and hold it to see if it is taking support at 34,600 and then eventually going up or not. So the chances are less because we know that there are future shorts and put longs, so the chances are less. So in case if it opens at 36,700, I think you can definitely buy a put with a small SL here. And in case if they hit the SL, will not do anything, we'll wait for them to see what they are doing. If they are taking support and breaking the high, maybe we'll think about a call. I'll update that on our Telegram channel. And in case they are opening at the low, say they're opening gap down around 34,400, will not do anything because again it will be difficult for them to surpass this channel, so they'll continue sideways here. So once they're sideways, so we'll see where they're trying to spend time. So in case if they are spending time in the resistance, then we'll wait for a breakout to trade. Or in case if they go up and eventually come down and they start halting here, we'll be ready for the put and once they break down this channel. So this should be a plan for flat opening, gap up opening, and gap down opening. Gap down below 34,400, then we'll wait for them to book their put longs. Market can come to this place, and once it returns, we'll buy a put here. And in case they break 34,400 again, we'll add more puts here, and we may expect it to go to 34,000 as well. Okay, and a significant gap up, then the things can change. The market can become bullish in the intraday, so we'll see that coming down. And if it takes support at PDH, okay, I don't want that to come to PDC, but to take support at PDH, and in case it forms a W kind of pattern, I may prefer buying a call option here. So this is all about Bank Nifty. Let's quickly check out Nifty as well. So Nifty is also on a similar place. It is also formed a doji kind of a candle. My lines, yeah. So the same thing, if it opens flat and breaks the high, we're going to buy a call. Opens flat and breaks the low, we're going to buy a put. Target for the call option is around 16,650. So once it closes above 16,480, we are going to buy a call. 480, or you can consider 500 also. Our target is going to be 16,650. And in case if it breaks 16,350, we are going to buy a put, and our first target is 16,200, and we'll preferably book 16,200 and not wait for 16,000. Okay, and in case of a gap up at 16,500, we'll definitely buy a put. Okay, if we see a gap up, first target would be day low, which is 16,350, and then if it spends time and breaks, we can add more for the target of 16,200. And in case of a gap down around 16,350, we'll wait for a bounce and wait for it to return. Okay, so this is my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. I hope you all understood this. Thanks for watching the video. Please do share and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.